And then we go on to Thomas Frank. And I told some of those masses of people that were hypocrites that because they liked Thomas Frank, because of the fact they didn't like Ange Postecoglou, the guy that I told you about. Oh, I told Thomas Frank wasn't good enough because the style of football. And now look at what we're getting now. We're getting the favourites of the Tottenham fan base, social media, saying, oh, I don't like Thomas Frank. Oh, he's playing Conte ball. Oh, he's not good enough. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Mr. Box Office from Mr. Box Office TV, back with another video for you today. And start the video by saying hello to all you Tottenham fans. Most of those Tottenham fans that laughed at the Professor of Truth and Entertainment on Thomas Frank. I should change my name to Mr. Box Office, the Oracle, because my opinions seem to age very well. Because I told you though many moons ago about when Mourinho came in. Didn't like him, thought it was the wrong choice, should never have sat Pochettino in the first place. Look what happened. We got rid of him before the cup final because we were getting him for Champions League rather than a trophy, which was what Mourinho is all about, getting a trophy. I told you about Nuno Espirito Santo. Look what happened. He got sacked after a few months. I told you about Antonio Conte. Look what happened. He walked and had enough after getting us Champions League his first season. I told you about Ange Postecoglou, the people that said, oh, I told you about Ange Postecoglou. No, it wasn't. It was Mr. Box Office, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, that told you about Ange Postecoglou. Yes, he proved us wrong in winning, but I told you this guy is suspect. And look what happened. The fan base turned on him and they got rid of him after him winning that Europa League. And then we go on to Thomas Frank. And I told some of those masses of people that were hypocrites that because they liked Thomas Frank, because of the fact they didn't like Ange Postecoglou, the guy that I told you about. And now look at the fan base now. Their meltdown, the massive meltdown from this fan base, the Tottenham fan base that rather don't listen to the truth from Mr. Box Office, that told you this a couple of weeks ago. And what I'm seeing, and what I see is that ain't looking no different to Conte football. Yeah, this is like Conte ball. This a few weeks ago as well. Why I think Thomas Frank is not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur. I just don't think he is that guy. Oh, I told Thomas Frank wasn't good enough because the style of football. And now look at what we're getting now. We're getting the favourites of the Tottenham fan base, social media, saying, oh, I don't like Thomas Frank. Oh, he's playing Conte ball. Oh, he's not good enough. Oh. So I'm not the worst Tottenham fan going then, isn't it? I said I must be the Mr. Box Office Oracle, because it's not like I wasn't saying that to you before. It's not that I was talking about, because that's what it's called. When you look at the other side of things, it's called balance. Not just because you want to kiss people's backsides and just go with the fan base because you want to get big subscriber counts. No, it isn't. It's about looking at the other side of things, because you all know these things do crop up when the going gets tough. And now the going's getting tough right now. Now you're seeing that, oh, you really didn't really back Thomas Frank. You're really just backing him because you just thought, you know what, let's just go to the consensus. Now you're seeing it and saying, no, I didn't really fancy Thomas Frank. Nah, not for me. Not for me. And watch this fan base completely and utterly turn. I said it was turning anyway, because I was going to the games like you saw. The last game you saw against Aston Villa, you saw the fan base turn again. And now you're seeing Tottenham fans saying, no, don't do that. We can't do this. We can't turn on the manager. No, this is too quick. But what did I say? I haven't said Thomas Frank out. I haven't said Thomas Frank out. But I have said that I'm going to judge him. I'm going to judge what I'm seeing. Yes, you can judge what you're seeing. Because like I said before, my eyes are not lying to me. My eyes are not lying to me what I'm watching. It is boring. It is Conte football. And some of those people that said they didn't like Conte football are still backing this manager, Thomas Frank. So who's the hypocrite now? Who are the hypocrites now? And what's so good about this? I've been quiet. I've been quiet like a mouse. I've not gone on any show. I've just watched as the fan base has melted, completely and utterly melted. And it just shows you sometimes things just happen. Things just go the way it goes. And you just have to watch it as it just complete utter meltdown. And now we're seeing now someone saying Thomas Frank out for the reasons what I said of why Thomas Frank was not good enough in the first place. Firstly, I said the tactics and the style of play will not do well for Tottenham fans. And look what's happened. We're looking too defensive. Attacking wise, we've got no attack at all. We only got kudos. Javi Simmons, who I was told was going to be the big guy, the big player. Well, look at him now; he's not doing nothing. I was told we've got the midfield. Well, look what happened. We've just signed Bentancur to a new contract, which was the biggest mistake in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned. I never was, and you know that I told you about Bentancur. I call him now the above average Harry Winks. That's what I'll call him, because he's no different to Harry Winks. Just pass backwards and forwards. What's the Harry Winks doing? Pass backwards and forwards. Don't get me started on the front line, which I don't need to repeat. The below average Emil Heskey, Richarlison, who he's lenient with because he keeps on playing him. Brendan Johnson, the below average Raheem Sterling, who should be up front as far as I'm concerned. Bulk himself up and go up front and go on the last shoulder of the last defender and try and get goals like that rather than be on the wing and do absolutely nothing. Alderweireld, who's got something about him, but really, let's be honest here, it's not really any good anyway. Let's be honest here. Still got a lot to do. And then you've got midfielders that have just got promise, and that's it. And defence that looks okay, looks good. But our defenders look better than our strike force. That's embarrassing. That is absolutely embarrassing. And like I said, it just sums up all this fan base that were calling me out, saying they don't want me on their shows. Well, look who's looking good now. Look whose opinions is aged well now. And I told you, you should have listened to your professor of truth and entertainment, your ratings killer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give to you, Mr. Box Office, the Oracle. And you're welcome. You're welcome. Now learn your lesson and start listening to the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, because I talk more truth than some of these YouTubers that talk a load of absolute rubbish. And that's all I've got to say on this video, because this was a short, sharp video to send a message to some of those people that were laughing at my face. And look who's laughing now. Look who's smiling now. It shouldn't be a smiling game. No, it wouldn't be, because I don't want my team to be embarrassing like this. No, I don't. But when you call me out and say the things you're saying, look what's going on. And it looks like your poor little Frank is not looking too good right now. But we have to wait and see. Monaco was the most boring game I've seen for a very, very long time. I saw the full game after the game finished, and it's not changed. And he looks Frank is playing the team too predictably, and he's got to change it. He's got to be more braver, because this fan base are going to completely and utterly turn on him, and I really fear for him. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully have some less reactive content for you, so we can have a little bit of fun rather than discussing this. But I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. And as always, if you didn't know, get to know. Support your boy, Mr. Box Office. Subscribe and like. And come on, you Spurs. And I'm out.